Speaking of Best Men's Taint, I want to introduce our first act tonight. He's an amateur comedian hailing from the city of Miami. He's someone we all know and love. It's his first time on stage, so I want you to give your warm welcome to Mr. Adam, the Kid, A.P. Perez!
Thank you for that. Thank you very much, Ed McMahon. I appreciate that very much. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Earlix. That man and his wife are not swingers, I promise. I promise you. Well, I've never been asked, but I'm sure there are 3 or 4 of you in the crowd that could beg to differ.
Just hang around for a little while.
What's going on? Well, I'm married for a month now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't say that for the applause. I say that so you can see the look on my face. It's terror. If you haven't seen it, it's terror. The same look when I first saw Freddy Krueger. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. The scariest one. No, Michelle, a lovely woman. Beautiful bride. Give it up for Michelle. You know, one of the things I know during marriage, I found out that conversations really don't get deep until you're married. You know. Just before we came, actually, Michelle told me, honey, I think I'm late. And I said, excuse me? And she said, I think I'm late. I said, well, what do you mean? Are you like a week late? No, my period's next week. And I said, you're early? That's great. And she said, you know, we're going to this party tonight. I don't know if I should drink. And I said, to myself, I said, well, you know, the only time my wife lets me climb on top of her naked is when she's drinking.
Nice!
And so I was facing the decision. I said, self, if you don't let her drink, you're going to be spending the night by yourself on the couch. But if you let her drink, chances are you're probably going to be getting it in. So, you know, I was facing the decision. And so the answer that I gave was, Michelle, what are you drinking this evening? Raise it up your cup, honey. Raise up your cup. That's St. Brand. St. Brand is in the house. She's drinking. I take on half of the responsibility if my child comes out. ADD. I do not mind. Tonight was worth it. But what's going on? You know, the football season's upon us. Anybody football fans in the house ready to fight?
Oh!
Absolutely. Raiders fans in the house?
Yeah.
That's good. The cops are not in the area. You know, the 49ers, they just got approved for a new stadium in Santa Clara, California.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
I'm excited. You're excited? Everybody's excited? But one of the things that the NFL said was that the 49ers, in order to have their stadium built, they had to bring the Raiders with them and share the stadium with them. That's tough because it's kind of like saying, you know, you can go to the dance, but you got to bring your fat, drunk Mexican ex-con cousin with bad Old English and Jesus tattoos with you. Yeah, that's definitely going to get into a fight and drink too much and get you arrested for the evening. That's not something that's good for anyone. So I hope the Raiders don't have to come. Thank you very much.
You're not trying to say that to me, right?
Raiders fans, I got a couple of them. I got a couple of them in my family. In fact, I see them once a year. I see my Raiders fans, cousins, once a year at family reunions. You know, I show up on time, 1 o'clock. And they've been there since 5 a.m. You know, they got to hold the spot. But if you show up at 6 a.m., you got to camp out by the bathrooms. And so they've been there since 5 a.m. And I show up in my polo and khakis. And I spend the first hour trying to convince them that I'm not a cop, even though I've seen them every summer for the past 15 summers. And so I'm not a cop. And they spend the second hour trying to tell me that I'm gay for what I do for work. I'm a banker, I work with numbers, and they say, work with numbers? That's so fucking gay.
That shit is gay.
And I say, you know, I don't make fun of you for trying to do what you do. I don't say that, man, you have to wait so long before you can masturbate. You gotta wait until your grandma and auntie and uncle and niece and nephew and chihuahua gotta get out of the house before you can have a couple of minutes by yourself. I don't give them that. My wife and I, Michelle, we sometimes get into arguments. Sometimes the sun rises, sometimes the sun sets. But I don't know why we get into arguments. It's I know how to win an argument. I've known since I was 5 years old. All I have to do is say the same thing that she said to me. Repeat it right back to her, just as she said it. I don't like how you're talking to me. I don't like how you're talking to me. I wish you wouldn't say that to me. I wish you wouldn't say that to me. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. And it always ends the same way. She tries to trick me like she's Bugs Bunny. I'm a jerk. You're a jerk. I make sure she knows that I'm the smarter one. She's the better looking one, I'll be honest. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I want to say that I only have 5 minutes. Mitchell gave it to me. And so I want to throw it to my next comedian. His name is Mitchell. He walks around the house naked. Only on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I'm sure that's for free. So enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Adam the Kid.